What is going on with YouTube? This is Regular Dave coming at you with another video. Yes, EA Sports UFC 2 is upon us. It'll be out in the next few days, and they've released the fight roster, the full fight roster. We're going to take a look at some notable things. I definitely can't go through the whole thing because it's insane, but I'm going to just point out a couple things I noticed when I was looking at the roster. One, the first bit of information, more than 250 fighters, which is an insane number. I'm pretty sure for any combat game, one-on-one combat game, that's the most amount of characters ever in a game. I feel pretty confident stating that. All right, man, 250. Like I probably don't know half of these guys. First page. All right, here's a couple things I noticed. First page, they have the featured fighters. All right, featured fighters. So you got Ronda Rousey, Conor McGregor, Jon Jones, Demetrius Johnson, Luke Rockhold, Robbie Lawler, Mike Tyson, and Bruce Lee. All right, here's one thing I noticed. Ronda Rousey is at 92 overall, right? Let's take a look at something really quick. We're going to look at the full roster. You guys going to get the screen grab information. And you know exactly what I got to go to, right? You know what I got to do. What are we going to? Bantamweight? All right, so Ronda Rousey is a 92 overall. Holly Holm's a 93 overall with that 97 strike. So what I'm getting at here is if she's rated overall, why wouldn't she be in the featured fighters? Now, I get it, Ronda's on the cover. Put them both in there. Holly Holmes has to be featured with this set of guys. I know it's all cosmetic, but you gotta put Holly Holm in there if you're gonna say featured fighters, and she's overall higher than Ronda Rousey. All right, another thing I noticed, we got Conor McGregor. All right, one thing I like about how they rate the fighters, how they do the ratings. Check this out. All right, we looking at Conor McGregor. He's at a 92 overall, a 92 striking. All right, but I was like, damn, I thought his stats would be better than that. Well, that's Conor as a lightweight. When you look at Conor as a featherweight, it's a different story. Look at it, Conor as a featherweight, he's 94 overall, 99 striking. That means he's laying you out point blank, period. So I like that when you jump in weight classes, and people have better jaws and everything, his power is not quite the same. You see, it went from a 99 to a 92 because he's going to be fighting against bigger guys in that weight class. So I like that they made that distinction. That is dope. I'm sure they did it on the last one and I didn't know, but I did have to point that out. All right, we're going to get to I want to go back to the featured fighters. All right, another thing I noticed, one, they got Jon Jones being a beast. He's pretty much even across the board. Just because your boy been doing hit and runs and snorting cocaine doesn't mean that the man can't fight. He's still got a 95 overall, 95 striking, 95 clinching, and 94 ground game. Look, man, this is overall the best guy you could probably use in this game. I can't imagine anybody has ratings that high all across the board. So Jon Jones, still a beast in this game. All right, let's go to Bruce Lee. Let's go to Bruce Lee, man. Okay, you got Bruce Lee as a featherweight, 91 overall. I mean, are we saying Conor McGregor is a better striker than Bruce Lee? I don't know. That's why I don't really agree with these type of characters being in the game. But most people love it, so I can't really say too much. Now, this is an odd one right here. Matter of fact, let's look at the heavyweights real quick. There's two things I want to point out right here. All right, let's look at the heavyweights. One, you got Mike Tyson in here. What's his ratings? Don't know. They don't have them because honestly, how could you rate Mike Tyson's clinch and how could you rate his ground game? It's supposed to be a circle right here with a number. It's not. So they have Iron Mike Tyson when he was 23. And then you got Legacy Mike Tyson when he was 37. Neither one of them are rated because really, how do you do it? Sounds like an impossible task, but they put him in a game. They got to figure it out, man. Give us some ratings for Mike Tyson. Let's see where he falls in line with these guys. All right, man. So you got all the usual suspects. And as you can see, this is just the heavyweight. This is how you get to over 250 characters. You see these? These are all the dudes that are listed as heavyweights. Now, you have some people that are going to be heavyweights and light heavyweights, but these are all the dudes. It's a bunch of them. Alistair, and these are not busters. These are not scrubs. Alistair Overeem, Roy Nelson. You're going to have a wide assortment of people to choose from. Now, another thing that I found to be odd is, let's go. One, Jon Jones is with the heavyweights. Like, I understand that he could fight a heavyweight, but he doesn't. And I don't think he's ever moved up to heavyweight. He walks around like a heavyweight, but he doesn't fight there. So you put him in there. And then in light heavyweights, you put Mike Tyson in. And I don't, I don't ever remember Mike Tyson fighting at light heavyweight. I remember Evander Holyfield fighting at like light heavyweight or cruiserweight. But Mike Tyson, he was always heavyweight champion of the world, unless this was in Golden Glove. So I don't know how you put him there. And then how do you, take down his ratings? I know that when they have his ratings, they better make him a 99 striking if they have his ratings. All right, man. Look, they got older fighters. Chuck Liddell's up in there, 91 overall. It's a whole lot to get through. I'm gonna put the link in the description. Check it out, because there's a whole bunch of fighters. We gonna be throwing hands with. I'm gonna be streaming too. We gonna be throwing hands with Vitor Belfort, Michael Bisping, Gustafsson, who took Roy Jones to the limit. There's a lot going on here. A lot of fighters. Look, I can't go through all of them. Get active in the comments. Hit the link. You can look at the ratings of each fighter, just random fighters. Let's see what Matt Brown's talking about. They hit him with the 90. Oh, I want to show you one more notable. CM Punk. How is he a featured fighter, though? Because look at his ratings. They hit him with the 82. They hit him with the 80 striking, that 78 clinch, 82 ground game. They pretty much said he ain't an MMA fighter. All right, man. Get active in the comments. Let me know what you think of these ratings after you check it out, and I'll get at you guys another time. Peace.